So, welcome to another MRTV live stream, and now together we're going to watch the F8 conference keynote, and now they're talking about the Oculus Go. Hopefully the stream is going to be a bit better because they did have some problems in the last half an hour, but now let's have a look together.
In reality. And it works just like the best smart TV is out there. Use the controller to change channels, navigate around, and choose between live and on-demand content. And starting this summer, you'll be able to invite friends, cousins, and grandparents to have a watch party in VR wherever they are in the world. Oculus TV launches this month, and we're adding tons of great content partners over the next few months, including ESPN, Netflix, Hulu, and Showtime. Thank you. Another awesome way to spend quality time with friends in VR is Oculus Rooms. And today we're launching a totally new version of Oculus Rooms that gives you even more fun things to do with your friends in VR. We've built a new environment that is even more inviting with things we know people love to do together. You can watch 3D movies or listen to music while hanging out and playing a board game together. And speaking of board games, we're excited to announce a new partnership with Hasbro to bring some of the world's most popular board games to Oculus Rooms. We're starting with Boggle, which goes live this month, and soon also Monopoly and Trivial Pursuit experiences. These are super fun games that people love and that you can now play with your friends in VR and feel like you're there together. Thank you. All right, next is Oculus Venues, which is going to be your ticket to live social events in VR, like concerts, sports, comedy nights, and movie screenings. Check this out. You get to sit in this awesome VR amphitheater with thousands of people and watch premium events together, like soccer, live in 180 degrees. You can see and hear the crowd and really feel the energy in the room. It is great. And the summer session in Oculus Venues kicks off with our first event, a live concert from Vance Joy on May 30th. We have a great lineup of live event partners coming to Oculus Venues, live concerts from AEG, live games from the MLB and the NBA, movie screenings from Lionsgate, plus comedy nights and tons of entertainment from Next VR. And that's Oculus Go. For $199, you get access to over 1,000 apps and games, tons of experiences to broaden your horizons, and some of the most exciting social entertainment today. We're also launching a version of Oculus Go with double the storage memory, 64 gigabytes for $249. You can order Oculus Go right now at oculus.com in 23 countries around the world, and in North America, also on Amazon, Best Buy, and Newegg, with more retailers worldwide coming this summer, and a version for the China market with our partner, Xiaomi. Now, thank you. It is my honor to introduce a phenomenal Facebook colleague who's going to talk about the amazing work we're doing to connect people in and beyond VR. Please welcome Rachel Franklin.
You just saw how we're bringing VR to everyone with the most accessible headset yet. We're also making immersive technology social from the start, because virtual reality and augmented reality can help connect us in meaningful ways, even when we're not in a headset. That's where the Facebook platform comes in. Facebook is where people come together and share, and where we create communities around the world. With new formats that spring from new technologies, we'll be able to share the moments of our lives in even richer ways. Our connections to people will deepen. We're working with developers like you to create a new generation of media that can express the power of moments, big or small, and make sharing those moments seamless within and beyond VR for everyone. I want to talk about 3 ways.
Yeah, so their stream is not really good today. And
we're doing
it's
this.
Not my
by creating,
this time.
by capturing, and by making it possible to remember the moments that matter most to us in new ways. So first, let's talk about creating moments. We're doing this with interactive 3D posts on Facebook. So my friend Jen just moved into her new house, and as a housewarming present, I bought her this fancy new mixer. The company that makes it used our 3D sharing API, so before it even arrives, I can send her a 3D preview of the gift on Facebook. It shows up in her newsfeed for her friends to admire from every angle. But it's more than just a post. With one tap, you can bring a 3D object into Facebook camera using our AR technology. This means you can grab a 3D object right out of newsfeed and bring it straight into your world. And it's launching next month. So this means Jen can see how the mixer's gonna look in her new kitchen, and I can see if I want one for myself. Moving objects into VR takes this experience to an even more immersive and meaningful level. So because Jen lives 2 states away, my post actually created a moment for us together. It reminded us how much we miss each other. So we decided to get together in VR, in Facebook Spaces, with a simple 360 photo of her kitchen and that 3D mixer object. The virtual Jen can give me a tour. So we're already seeing the start of an entirely new way to share with 3D media. But what if you don't have 3D modeling software and you want immersive experiences based on your own special moments? Well, you only have to wait a few months. This summer, we're rolling out 3D photos. You simply take a picture with your smartphone and upload it to Facebook as a 3D photo. So here are Jen's kids baking and making slime, because slime's a real trend right now. You can see how they pop off the screen. It's like a memory is coming alive. I almost feel like I'm in that kitchen with them because Jen's really captured the moment. So you've seen how you can create immersive experiences, and you can capture them, but we can go a step further to help you remember them. Looking back at important times in our lives is already a favorite thing to do on Facebook. But what about going back and feeling those feelings again? Earlier, Mark showed you a sneak peek at a demo that our team is working on. But I want to give you a closer look. We all have these albums of our memories on Facebook. Imagine taking these 2D photos and videos, and with the magic of AI, reconstructing a place and a moment that's important to you. So what you're seeing is a 3D environment built with point cloud reconstruction from flat videos. You pop on a VR headset, and you're there again. walking around, looking around corners, seeing the places where your memories happened. Maybe it's in your childhood home. It's like a Facebook album that has come to life. And most magical of all, you'll be able to go into these moments together with the people you care about. This is the kind of entirely new experience we can have in the future as immersive formats evolve. This is how we can get back to moments that matter to us and the people we care about. This is why we build. We believe our vision today will be the foundation for the tools that you build with tomorrow. And I'm glad we're on this journey together, because together we'll put people at the center of how we design technology to create the experiences that people will naturally want to share. That's what matters to us at Facebook, making technology social from the start. So let's do this. Let's keep building together. There's never been a more important time for it.
And that's it. All right, perfect. So let's talk about this for a moment. Let's go back to this here. So yes, so that was the part of the F8 conference that was actually about virtual reality and social VR. And I would like to know what you guys think about the Oculus Go. Let me quickly summarize it for you guys. So first of all, the device is available now. If you're in the United States, you can simply go to Best Buy and you can simply get it there, and you can get it for a price of $199. So no surprises here. This is going to get you the Oculus Go with the 32 gigabyte memory. If you want more, if you want a 64 gigabyte, then you can go for the 64 gigabyte model, which will set you back $249. All right. What else? Well, you can also order it from Oculus.com if you're not in the States, and that's what I actually did right now. I ordered the 64 gigabyte version for us to check it out together here on Mixed Reality TV. And yeah, so of course in Europe it's a bit more expensive. Why don't I directly check the prices for you guys again? It was definitely a bit more expensive. Let me go there now. Oculus Go. So here we are. And if we click on the buy button, we can get the 32 gigabyte version for 219 euros. So it's a bit more expensive than the US version. And if you want to go for the 64 gigabyte version, you have to pay 269 euros. And well, that is what I just did in order to show you guys the Oculus Go. So I've ordered it, and it said like it will arrive here in Dortmund in my home. It will arrive here from the 1st of May, which is today, until the 11th of May. So anytime in from today until the 11th of May, I'm going to have the Oculus Go here, and I'm going to check it out for you guys. Okay, let me go back to the chat. Let me see what you guys are saying here. Okay, so what else do we learn now from this, from the talk, from the F8 keynote, which was about the Oculus Go? Well, some interesting features is Oculus TV, where you can rent some movies and watch them together, but not alone. You can also invite your friends or your family who also have an Oculus device, and you can watch it together in this virtual theater, which I think is cool. And the great thing is you only have to rent the movie once, and the others don't have to pay. So yeah, it's basically the same as renting a movie and then inviting your friends to your home, but now you can do that in the virtual reality. And so the other part that I found pretty interesting actually is the Oculus venues. As you could tell, they partnered up with NextVR, which is the company that does the live streams of the sports events, that does the live streams of concert and such. And now with the Oculus Go, you can watch these live events in venues, in huge venues, where you see like lots of other VR people who are watching the same event with you. And the interesting part is you also hear them. So basically it's just like if you would be out on a venue and yeah, watch the football match together with thousands of other people. And I do think that is kind of interesting. So that does remind me, of course, a bit it does remind me of big screen, of course. So that is kind of interesting. And big screen is also going to come to the Oculus Go as well. So that seemed pretty interesting. Yeah, other than that, we didn't really hear lots of new things. So yeah, for all of you who don't know yet, the Oculus Go is a standalone VR headset, costs $199 for the 32 gigabyte version. And the big difference as compared to the Oculus Rift, for example, is that you do not need a computer. You do not need a smartphone that you put into it like with the Gear VR. No, it is completely a standalone device, but it does come with some disadvantages too. So it is only 3 degrees of freedom. What does it mean? It means you can look left, right, up, down, and yeah, you can also tilt your head, but you cannot move your head in VR. So that is, of course, not so fantastic. And to all of you guys who are totally used to 6 degrees of freedom, where you can dodge and crouch and all these kind of things, this will be probably not so interesting for you. But I still think that this device is going to be very interesting. I'm sure it's going to sell like hotcakes for this price, and it's going to be the first step for lots of people to get into VR. So I think that's a perfect device for your parents, for example, to let them, yeah, have a look into the world of VR, and probably they want more, and then probably they're going to go for the 6 degrees of freedom device. Yeah, also it only has one controller, and this one controller is also only 3 degrees of freedom, which means you can point like with a laser pointer, but you cannot reach. And well, especially the reaching part is super fun with all the high quality PC headsets. So yeah, it is not as awesome as like, for example, the Oculus Rift and the Vive and the Windows Mixed Reality headsets, but it will be really, really good for content consumption, just like Jamie Khan says right now in the chat. Totally agreed. For content consumption, it is going to be really awesome. Yeah. All right. Yeah, just like I told you, I just ordered one, and it's going to arrive any time in the next 10 days here. And for sure, you're going to get the full MRTV unboxing experience, and of course the full review here on MRTV. And also another device is on its way to my testing office here, and that is the Lenovo Mirage Solo. The Lenovo Mirage Solo is the competitor of the Oculus Go. It is running the Daydream platform, and the big difference is, first of all, it's double as expensive at $400, which I think is already kind of the death blow for the Lenovo Mirage Solo, but it is, well, it is 6 degrees of freedom, which of course makes a big difference, but well, people won't know that. the normal people who are not like these kind of VR enthusiasts that we are, they won't know the difference. They won't know what does it mean to have 6 degrees of freedom versus 3 degrees of freedom. But well, I'm going to tell everybody when I get the Lenovo Mirage Solo. It should happen also within the next week, hopefully. And then I'm also going to give you the full unboxing and of course the full review and lots of comparisons between the Lenovo Mirage Solo and the Oculus Go. Now, do you have any more questions? If you have any more questions for the Oculus Go, you can ask those questions into the chat right now, and I can answer them to you. And yeah, simply write your questions into the chat. I'm going to answer them to you, and once we're finished with the questions, then I'm going to stop this live stream and we can keep on talking on the MRTV Discord server. As you know, the MRTV Discord server is a great free resource where you can chat with me and the great MRTV community. There is never a dull moment. There's always something going on in the chat, and you can go there. Simply click on the link in the description below and yeah, find us there in the chat. So, do you have any more questions about the Oculus Go? Please do write them into the chat right now. Let me see. Does Facebook look to incorporate Dell and Microsoft mixed reality? Eugene Tremblay. I don't really understand that question. I'm sorry. Facebook incorporate Dell and Microsoft mixed reality. Not exactly sure what you mean with that. Armin Nuruzi. So they didn't say anything about Oculus Santa Cruz, did they? No. There was no word about Oculus Santa Cruz whatsoever, and it kind of makes sense because, well, they don't want the Santa Cruz to steal the thunder of the Oculus Go, right? Everything is now Oculus Go, Oculus Go. So no, there was no word about Santa Cruz. Probably we're not going to see it in this year. I suppose now that we're going to have a 2019 release for the Oculus Santa Cruz. Simon Johnson, so will there be a keynote speech specifically about Oculus Go at F8? Yeah, we kind of just saw it. This live stream was about that keynote speech about the Oculus Go. I feel, Asado says, I feel like controller 6 degrees of freedom is more important than the headset 6 degrees of freedom. I think both is important, really. Like, if you move your head and the world doesn't move with you, it's easy to get sick. So that is really a big problem of that 3 degrees of freedom headsets that can easily make you sick. So if you just watch a movie, you'll be fine, and probably this is a perfect device for it. But if you really want to delve into the world, the 6 degrees of freedom for the headsets are extremely important as well. Okay, guys, I think you don't have any more questions. So if that is the case, then I'm going to stop this very spontaneous live stream right now. I hope you were informed by it. Hope it was not too laggy on your side. And well, anyways, all the information about the Oculus Go, the full review, and of course also the full review of the Lenovo Mirage Solo here on Mixed Reality TV. So if you enjoyed this live stream, I'd be really happy if you would give it a thumbs up. And of course, if you're not subscribed to Mixed Reality TV yet, do so now. I'm looking forward to see you in the next episode. Have a good evening. Goodbye. Now I have to find the button, and here it is. Bye.